So I decided to make my first video of 2026 because I've been telling you all for a year now that I wanted to get more personal on this channel. I wanted to get really, really personal, not surface level. I don't want to do any more a lot of short, not just motivational quotes, but my real life. What's actually going on with me and what 2026 is looking like for me. And I feel like if I don't say this now, I'm never going to say it. I've been a mom. I've been strong. I've been in survival mode, like literally survival mode. I've been a caregiver to my brother who, as many of you guys know, he's schizophrenia. He has a mental illness. I've been a daughter that's grieving my parents. And a lot of people don't realize how much alone that changes you. My dad died in a tragic accident on the 4th of July while going on a fishing trip, doing what he does every weekend, which is fishing. That's the love of his life, is fishing. And someone hit him while he was getting out of his vehicle. And I don't think a lot of people really understand I am not the same person anymore that I once was before my dad passed away. I'm not always keep on saying I'm trying to find myself, but as humans, I don't think we'll ever find ourselves, because the person I was before my parents was here, especially before my dad passed, that person is gone. Grief rewires you. It changes how you think, how you feel, how you respond to the world. I'm just not wired the same anymore, you guys. And I have been there for everybody while having no emotional support of my own. That'll change you too. It'll make you see life different. It'll make you quieter. It'll make you have more discernment. It'll have you looking at people who have no value in your life sideways. It'll make you tired in a way that even going to sleep, you still tired. And that's what type of time I've been on for a while. A lot of people started watching my channel last year when I got finally raw about being a caregiver. My channel was really supposed to be about being a single mother, trying to lose weight, trying to gain my confidence while I'm grieving my mom. It was really never supposed to be a channel about caregiving, but my channel blew up when I made a raw post about being a caregiver, of how lonely it was to be a caregiver. When I released that video, my channel like literally blew up, and that was a raw part that I didn't even want to expose. I didn't want to expose. It wasn't because I was embarrassed, but because I felt like it was low value content. And this is why I felt like it was low value content. When you're looking at someone else's struggle online, to me, that feels like a whole bunch of struggle content, because that's somebody's pain. That's somebody's reality. My reality was being a caregiver, the pain, the loneliness, the grief, the hardship, and the reality of people who's a caregiver to a parent, a sibling like me, or even a child. There's some parents out here who their child would never be normal, so they'll be a caregiver to the day they die. Like my mom, she passed away being a caregiver to my brother. And so I felt like looking at that type of content, someone's pain, I feel like you shouldn't look at it. But I could not go on with my channel and just post about losing weight without peeling back the layers of what was really going on in my life. I don't know, it just felt unauthentic, and it felt like that wasn't who I was. Like, and I don't know how to operate like that. Like, that was really, even if I would post going to the gym, like life was really happening to me on the backside. So I didn't know how to separate the two on my channel. So I posted that. That was something that wasn't supposed to be exposed to the world, but people needed to see that's part of the life. And when I did, everybody just started commenting like, girl, this is the same thing I'm going through. I'm a caregiver to my mom. My siblings don't even come and help me out. They don't even want to help me out and take turns and give caregivers a break. When I got all those comments, I felt seen. I felt like, man, like that video, I don't know, it did a lot. It did like probably 500,000 views. And when I had no idea that the short was gonna go that viral. And so I felt seen, and I felt seen for everybody else who was going through caregiving struggles. People don't see caregivers, especially caregivers to a sibling with mental illness or who has an uncle who has mental illness. I've seen a lot of people that said their uncle was like my brother, especially when it's schizophrenia or dementia. I have a lot of people that follow my channel that their parents, that they're caring for a family member or a parent who has dementia or memory loss. People don't live in our reality. And for me, caregiving wasn't something I chose. It was really put on me. I knew I seen my mom being a caregiver to my brother, and I always seen why she was so stressed. And to this day, I'm like, I feel like that was the reason why my mom passed away so early at 54, 3 years ago. I feel like she gave her all and she was overwhelmed with no help from any family members. And that's the side of caregiving that I didn't want to be a part of. You know, one thing about schizophrenia and people with mental illness, you can't love someone out of that disorder. You know, no matter how much you pour into someone with the mental disorder, it doesn't change the disorder or the structure of the disorder. It's like pouring water into a cup they got a hole at the bottom of it. Same thing. It drains you. And no matter how much medicine or psychiatric medicine I give him to try to patch that cup up, it's still going to leak. That is the best way I can put it, of being a caregiver and trying to assist somebody with a mental illness. So it was, being a caregiver financially was killing me, is killing me to this day. People don't talk about that. Emotionally, it's killing me. Slowly, it's killing me. I'm paying his bills, my bills, running a business by myself, taking care of my daughter, keeping up with doctor's appointments for 3 people alone will put you in the nut house. That would exhaust anybody. And people say caregiving, your energy is valuable. I'm just speaking basic. Your energy is valuable. There's no type of money you can put on your energy to buy it. While I'm caregiving for my brother, my energy was gone. My spirit was low. I couldn't show up for my daughter the way I wanted to, because by the time I got off work, got her from school, I didn't have any really thing to... I did pour into my daughter and play with her, but I was always tired. I couldn't even show up in my business the way I needed to, because before I went to my workplace, I was either dropping off food to him and he was cursing me out and putting me in a whole nother energy before I go to work. So there was no boundaries in my caregiver. There was no one to help me. And then on top of that, relationships. I was in a relationship that did not serve me. And I won't go into detail about it because I'm over that. But it didn't serve who I was becoming as a woman, the grown woman in me. You know, and I realized that as already a person who had a lot of stuff on their plates, and as for women, it is very vital that you have a partner who reciprocates what you give, especially if you're a caregiver, especially if you're a single mom and you have a lot of, and you're a business owner, or whatever you do requires and demands a lot from you. It is so important that you have a partner that pours into you. Okay, so the person I was with, he couldn't fill those roles, not even financially, emotionally. He couldn't fill those roles. So I've been single, like really single, over a year now. No dating, no entertaining, nothing, because at this point in my life, I cannot afford anyone extracting from me. I can't let people take from my well, not physically, not emotionally, not sexually. My spirit can't afford it. The expense is too high. Because side note, there are people in this world that will try to manipulate you and bankrupt you on every level. And because you're so self-aware, they get mad because you won't let them use you or manipulate you or give you the bare minimum. There are people like this in this world. I know them. Everybody who knows my channel or familiar with my channel, I have a 3-year-old, and my mom has been gone 3 years since that I've been a caregiver for my brother, and it's been so stressful, like I was saying in the video. I've lost 25 pounds. So when I first started this channel, I was probably like 205. Right now, I'm like 165. So I lost a lot of weight within a year. I want to tone up and lose like another 10 pounds probably. But while I lost the weight, I didn't understand why my face wouldn't slim up and even out. I'm getting older, of course. So of course my face is not going to be really so slim. But what I figured out was it was my cortisol level. I was stressed because I was being there for everybody. And if a woman is watching my channel right now, I'm going to look in this lens and say, listen to me. If you're stressed and your body isn't responding, check your cortisol level. You're holding on to trauma. You're holding in pain, especially when you do not have support. And this is where it comes in, getting out of bad, toxic relationships, either with a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. Now, I do have support. My grandmother and my aunt, I have cousins on my dad's side who's a really big help to me, and they give me a break. If I need a mental weekend, they give it to me. My dad, when he was alive, was actually big part of my support system. So now that he's gone right now, I have my aunt and my grandmother right now. So they support me for sure. But that doesn't exclude that things are still heavy. They can't fix everything, but they do lend support, of course. And I would say when you are entering your 40s, something clicks. You stop caring. You stop explaining yourself to stupid people. You stop sacrificing yourself at the expense. That's where your girl at. I'm there. I don't date. I don't intertwine myself with people who don't pour into me. I cannot be a caregiver anymore. That's why I'm leaving this country. I need to leave. I'm not leaving to run away, but I'm leaving to rest. I've been in survival mode so long. My nervous system is shot. I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel in this system. No matter what time I wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock, there's never enough time in my day. I haven't really processed my dad's death the way it happened. The middle of the night call, I replay that day that the accident happened at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting that phone call that my dad was in that. Like, I haven't really sat with myself, because there's some trauma that happened when you lose both of your parents like that. Like they never was sick and passed away. Like, I lost both of my parents instantly or tragically or blindsided. Their deaths wasn't like they got into the hospital, they were sick. My parents didn't pass away like that. My mom was talking to me the day before she passed, and she went to sleep and didn't wake up. So I got a call in the morning that my mom had passed in her sleep. Same thing with my dad. I got a call in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning that my dad was in a tragic accident. So I'm not going to edit this part out, because this is life. I can't just edit out. This is life. When you've had that type of loss, there's a certain trauma that builds up in you from losing both of your parents tragically, and not from them being sick or of old age. That comes with tragic, and it comes with a responsibility, a deep, painful responsibility, and also bitterness. It comes with bitterness. And so I know that I need my spirit to rest. And I know a lot of people, and even my family members, are saying, why do you need to leave the country to rest? And it's not something I can, it's a feeling from being strong and in trauma and lost and grief that I don't even want to be in this country. I think this country is holding it all in, and I need to leave this country to process this and release some of the pain that I have from being strong. I want to be selfish. I want to be free. I know this is going to sound mean, but I don't want anyone calling me for anything. I don't want to be accessible, because it's hard for me to have boundaries with people. Someone call me and need me to go do something, I'm going to do it. But that's something I need to work on. I don't know really, even if someone called me, if someone calls you and say, hey, can you do this? And you're busy. I abandon myself by saying yes when I haven't even sat with myself and checked in with myself and say, Chantel, are you able to help a friend? Are you able to hold space for your friend? And what I'm feeling, I don't have the space to hold for anyone at this point in my life, and it has to be done. And so if anyone's woman's watching my channel, I hope to be on this journey, and I hope that you guys stay on this journey with me as I create more content and just open up more on my channel. And that's where I am. And this is my 2026 reset. This is who I am, and this is where I'm at 2026. Please share my content to a caregiver, a single mama, a woman that's in a bad relationship, or or a relationship that doesn't serve them, whether it's a friendship or relationship, share this channel to a woman who's feeling lost or don't want to take a move to leave out of a city or a town or even a country. Like, share, and please stay on this journey with me as I navigate 2026. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.